The question and got the answer from the stats team. Nautilus is the dyingest champion in pro play. In terms of deaths per game, this champion has the most, and it's not really close. Or total deaths, I believe it was. So we'll see how well they can respond to that, but Talia will be the final.
As they push in, and they wait for Inspired's second re-clear back down to that bottom side. With both junglers starting up on the top sides, could be a while before they get here. The exhaust used.
A lot of damage there onto Eddie as he does get stunned up. Pops the barrier here with the last second. Gonna need one more auto attack. First blood of the Berserker, 2v2.
Let's see the beginning of that. I want to see the beginning of it because we're gonna have another one, Flowers.
Yep, hold on. Saints now in some danger, trying to flash away nice and early, but the Abduct has already found the target. Saints still trying to escape, but there's no way home. His toe ties the game up 1-1.
And there's that.
Looking for these opportunities to maybe find a pick, and they get a free flash out of the enemy support.
Okay, so Inspire's going to cross map. He's going for grubs up here. Does not want to far. Oh.
Ooh, okay, now hold on. Dokla's already popped the Dominus. Trying to trade aggressively into Pun, who hits him right back with a Stormbringer, and Pun takes a big old bite out of Dokla there. Winning out in the trade, flashing forward for the stun. Dokla solo killed up here with the top side. Now Inspired and Sane looking to get something back. Pun hanging on for now. He should fall here, about to get another heal, but no, Saint takes him down. Dokla thought he was baiting for his team, but he underestimated Pun on the volley bear.
You gotta have a little bit more respect for the bear. The timing difference there. Even though Pun goes down, still got his kill before doing so, and the trade is complete. Dragon for the grubs on the other side of the map. Talia wall also kind of used here, so here we go.
The goal difference this game is pretty much just the bottom lane.
Which now,
now hold on. Eddie and BA might be able to catch up as Dokla once again could get punished here. Down to 100 HP. Killer Instinct coming in from Eddie. And Team Secret Whales punish Dokla. Who's Eddie on Kaza in 2026, undefeated with a 10 KDA. As
no help is coming for Dokla.
Numbers might go a little bit higher here. Dokla's trying to clear out the wave so that at least he can try to seek the protection of the turret, but no, sir, there's no way home. Meanwhile, up here in the top lane, they're looking to do the same thing to Pun on the Lion side. Berserker grabs the kill, so both top laners going to be the punching bags for the other team.
Yeah, and both AD carries being able to get these kills as well. Ezreal is at the training force spike here for Berserker, so is quite nice, and they are going to be able to use the extra damage. They'll get first tower bonus in addition to trading as far as a fight, especially for an early dragon. So going to give up number 2 here. Just allows Dokla to push out one more lane topside, and we can see if any of those
catch up further in terms of gold. And it looks like once more, Kobe, the call from Lion is going to be, okay, surrender the objective, play for gold, take waves, play in side lanes instead. And that's the call, as Berserker also going to continue using the extra pushing power of the grubs to take
as an initiation tool.
The battle Uber. You're driving straight into the thick of it.
You call the Uber and you get a tank.
Yep.
though.
D-Ray's trying to get away, stopped by the pillar, has to flash away to survive. And that means that Lion can now continue overloading this topside tier 2 turret, using the Void Grubs to force this one down. True Shot Barrage fired into the mid lane to clear out the wave, try to prevent Team Secret Whales from getting anything in return. But here's that Herald summoned up, just going to be used to take the tier 1 turret, recognizing they can't allow Lion to get these structures for free.
They're actually coming in trap too. Look at the roam down from Lion. They're going to see if anyone from TSW was going to stick around for the end of the turret. But good call from TSW. They don't tunnel vision. They're not going to stick around. Most of the value of taking turrets now, I still see so many people yet to adapt to the fact that a lot of the gold is in the turret plates already. Yeah. You don't have to stick around for the very end of a turret as much as you used to do before this season, and so they don't allow themselves to get caught in a bad position there, any sort of greed, because everything is for this next dragon. And that's why I like the play from Lion. Even though they gave up 2 lanes to be able to make that overload play on top side, send everybody up to 1 lane, they got a flash out of the Sylas Flowers, and this Sylas could be terrifying as BA.
Yeah, BA exhausted now. Isles trying to catch up, gets the stun, but BA has already buffered through it. Saint coming in here with the Weaver's Wall. His toe with a beautiful Dragon's Rage, hits 3, but it's not enough just yet. Saint's about to die, and BA's already been killed. Pun into the middle of everybody, but it's 4 from Lion, looking to burn him down. Pun will fall, his toe's gonna follow. Lion just murdered 3 for 1, and Isles might be looking for a little bit more. D-Ray gets away with the abscond abduct, but Lion won the fight.
Lion, no hesitation. They see this Nautilus Flowers, as you said, the most dying champion of all time in Professional League of Legends. They see him and they don't hesitate. They even used an exhaust on him. They don't want to save it for the fight. They need the pick, the value of starting that fight when TSW are not ready for it. And you could tell TSW trying to react. They were desynced. His toe jumped. TSW, they're all down.
But it is now a 3,500 gold lead for LYON. Although this could be a big problem if Isles gets caught and killed here. Trying to turn something around with enough time. The Unbreakable Will keeps him alive. LYON's coming in. Sane has already arrived. His toe looking to go into the back line. Finds the pressure on a Berserker. Wants to take him out. His toe goes over the wall. But Inspired's ready to follow him. Joker looking to hold everybody off. He dies. BA barely survives. Now Sane's got a flash back over the wall. Trying to stay alive himself. They're ready to follow with a killer instinct. It's a double kill back over to Eddie. Team Secret Whales are bloodthirsty. Eddie's still fighting. Inspired falls.
The same thing. They jump on the LYON support. Full send from TSW is going to get them to Dragon Soul point. Oh my goodness. So Isles there is trying to do the vision setup. Look at the rest of the team from LYON. This time they were the ones that were too far away. Gold is one thing, but Dragon Soul is much, much more than 2,000 gold. And TSW set up very nicely. I mean, they've got the Rage Blade already had. Dokla's recalling right now. He does have teleport, but they're so late. It's at 6K and dropping very quickly.
Saint rides the Weaver's wall in. BA and Pun near the front line. It's stolen away by Saint. He steals Baron and Pun has to try to get away defensively. BA's going to be killed at the very start. LYON looking for more now. BA down, Pun low, his toe low. How in the hell did Saint take that away? Rocks!
Saint is able to steal it. Are you kidding me? This game is madness. How does he actually thread the volley and get this Baron? I gotta see that again, Flowers. Maybe it was a seismic shove or something, but he rides.
LYON just have so much control right now.
Yeah, and it's only 54 seconds ahead of the Drake. So the key thing here is pushing bottom as well as mid lane, full vision coverage.
4,000 team gold lead for LYON, and they will take that Drake. Like you said, no contest. It's no Infernal Soul at 25 minutes here for Team Secret.
Have the full distance there necessary for the seismic shove immediately after the stun. And so he does have time to flash out. His toe will live this one.
Flash for Flash, top laner for the jungler.
It is a close trade, and we're gonna see an attempt on the side lane.
Yep. Inspired, Isles and Saint coming in. His toe's your target yet again. Tries to get away to the unraveled earth. His toe finally falls. Saint throws another rock as Pun tries to make his way into the fight now with a Sky Splitter. Jumps onto Saint, but there's that Seeker's arm guard I was talking about. D-Ray with the stolen Unbreakable Will staying alive here in the middle for now. Saint finally dies, but Team Secret Wales is on the run. BA's gonna be your next target. Massive engage coming out from Isles. Three-man knockup, and Inspired isn't done. He chases after Eddie and takes a big old bite of the Secret Wales AD carry. D-Ray barely gets away, but Eddie's gonna be buried under the Infernal Shards that explode from his corpse. LYON have found their way into the enemy base with a 4v1 push. D-Ray stands alone, and he has to try to make a miracle defense here. He steals away the Trundle ulti, but the first Nexus turret has already been killed. Dokla charges forward. He wants the Ruthless Predator, and he's found it. D-Ray staying alive with a Kingslayer, and LYON will still continue trying to force down these Nexus turrets. His toe is respawned, but he is the only one. BA now back alive. LYON very low in the health bar. Isles jumps in for the headbutt pulverized combo here into his toe. Saint ready to rejoin the fight now with the teleports. Everybody on Team Secret Wales trying to respawn.
Hey,
trying to get this going. They're going after the Nexus. LYON take game one.
Woo! Well done, Execute on the champions. And of course, remember why Camille, one of the biggest times that it came out was always into the Bard. It's very good into the Bard.
Yep.
You can ult him, you can trap, cannot get away with those magical journeys. And all the way around that ward that is in the river, so he's doing it again.
Berserker and Isles stepping forward. There it is, the flash with a hook shot. Eddie trying to get himself away as Inspired has made his way into the bottom lane. He gets the assist.
For them. Currently, though, his toe with his full clear finished.
Yep, Saint trying to get away from the gank here in the mid lane. His toe with the third talent strike does collide with Saint. Over the wall goes Isles, but it's too little, it's too late. Saint trying to save his flash. Down to 200 HP. He's already used his teleport. There's a massive wave about to crash into the turret, and you can see Inspired already heading towards that mid lane, trying to make sure that his mid laner does not end up having to lose the entire wave here as BA is going to be taken very low, but he gets away with a magical journey through the wall. His toe showing up here in the bottom lane, and it means that LYON cheeky or sneaky here against Saint. Just going to go ahead, back up away from that one. As Team Secret Wales finding a couple of good moves here early on. Saint stepping very far forward.
Brother.
I'm not really sure what this was, but Team Secret Wales is happy to receive the gift. Isles comes in with a hook shot, at least gets the flash back out of D-Ray, but it's still a 1-0 favor in the Secret Wales, as Inspired's now looking from an angle here onto Histo. Berserker's coming up behind him, but Histo is already safe and in the clear.
Yeah, man, they are just running this Victor down.
Flash coming out from Pun there with the counter.
I wonder if he'll actually be able to punish this Jax who does not have Flash, and Pun goes for an offensive trade at the perfect time for Isles.
Yup, the counter-strike was already used, and now Pun is in serious danger. Berserker in the same position down here on the bottom side, tries to sidestep the boomerang blade, but Eddie coming in with the flash to get the return on that Q for the kill. It's Team Secret Wales is already sending multiple whales here, and it's no longer a secret. As Dokla has showed up, but he's already lost the Mega Gnar. They get the nice Tempered Fate there onto Inspired, who has to try to escape, and no, the Cosmic Binding has already locked him here into the wall. Inspired drops the Cataclysm to try to make it a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, Isles and Saint going after D-Ray. He tries to survive there with the Shockwave, but still gets caught with the last tick of the Arcane Storm. Dokla stealing away the last grub to make it a 2-for-1 favoring Lion.
So it's 2 fights here, and they want to continue.
We're not done yet. Dokla, half a Narbar charge, trying to kite away from his toe. BA still here, Isles still here, goes in for the hook shot, point blank onto the bar, but it gets away through the magical journey. Dokla, 80% of the way charged towards Mega Gnar. His toe fires off the wind, becomes lightning. Really a whole lot you can make happen here, kind of just guarding to see if Team Secret Wales tries anything. Isles is going to see Pun. Phase check him here into the brush. Does a little bit of damage onto the Jax as Isles fires a max range hook shot, looking to get away. His toe shows up now. Got BA right behind him. Dokla still staying very far forward here in the lane. Pun jumps in. Dokla hits the wall up, boulder toss. There it is, 1-2, through the wall they go. Now Isles gonna be under some pressure here, tries to flash away and escape, but no, Pun jumps in. Nice leap strike for the kill, but it's a 2-man Mega Gnar into the wall. As Dokla wants to get one back and Pun is already down. Berserker showed up looking to put the damage into his toe. Double kill over to Berserker.
Wanted to get that mid-prow, now he's coming for poke.
All right, Team Secret Wales have started up the first Drake of the game, 12 minutes in, very late for this first objective. Lion trying to challenge still, dragging down to 2,500 HP, Chains of Corruption, big whiff there. BA getting through the magical journey in time. Now Berserker down a very powerful team fight tool. Inspired and Berserker trying to see if they can steal this away, but his toe is still right there. Berserker trying to time his arrow alongside Inspired, who jumps in with a combo. It's gonna be slain by his toe, beautifully done.
Okay, Histo gets one back, Flowers. You know, everyone. Since they do have a really good mismatch up there at the moment.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking about. Rift Herald is always something teams
Very
want to
good.
fight over. And with Dokla jumping in, Mega Gnar, there's your wallop. He goes for the crunch. He needs one more hit. Dokla flashes in to get it. That's the soul.
Minions dying into the turret. Let's see,
Ooh,
too.
jump over the wall from his toe there where the wind becomes lightning. Tries to engage onto Saint. Chunks him for about 1/3. Tempered Fate to buy a little bit of time through the Arcane Storm. His toe still staying alive for now. The Crescent Sweep doing a lot, but no. Inspired executes him. TP coming in now. Dokla's already arrived to the fight, and Pun's ready to join now, too. Eddie under pressure. Exhaust goes down onto Dokla, but now it's Pun who's under pressure. Lion managed to find themselves the single kill, and now they're trying to get out of town, and it looks like they will get everyone away safely. Dokla transforms into Mega Gnar, but not a whole lot of targets left to use that power on. Lion doing a good job making sure that even when one man struggles, another man steps up to carry the slack. As Lion wants to challenge here for the Rift Herald, Team Secret Wales already has it down to about 5,000 HP. A teleport's coming in now. They immediately want D-Ray ready to join up for this. And Lion's not going to take the fight. Instead, they're going to leave Dokla bottom lane split pushing.
Yeah, I mean, that's all Lion wanted out of it, is to try and get a summoner spell cooldown, because there was no world where they were bringing Dokla over, as Saint does some decent damage chasing them off and defending the top side, but he got a lot of work done, Flowers. I mean, Dokla's all the way up to the secondary tower, and Berserker was able to flex over towards mid, so the Dragon priority should just be guaranteed for them. They've got push and bot and both mid. And Lion now, they're actually attacking top with the Camille trying to punish Orianna, but good respect paid from D-Ray as he backs up.
And Dokla is 2 full levels ahead. He's about to tick level 14, Pun about to tick level 12. Isles about to tick over into the spirit world. Eddie and D-Ray both capable of closing in, but Saint wants to try to clear out this top lane tier 1 turret. It's Arcane Storm and Gravity Field, both used by Saint. Trying to outplay it, but no! D-Ray with the one.
You want to go for the tower in exchange for Dragon. Teleport for defense here. This is going to be very dangerous. 4 members of TSW here to welcome Dokes.
Dokla teleports in right as he's about to revert into Mininar, so he gets the ultimate off, but now he's back in his vulnerable form. He looks for a little bit more damage. He gets 1 kill. Dokla stays alive. Pun's trying to hunt him down, but he can't quite do it, and Isles arrives to guarantee that Big Dokes will not fall. The defense is successful. Pun is down to 300 HP. He's still trying to run, but Berserker and Inspired are both on the way. Inspired coming up behind him. He wants to get the gank. He goes in for the ulti, but the Cataclysm only finds BA, who has to flash away from the piercing arrow. Eddie already popped
much time there. Mega Dokes! He sees the angle to defend, and even with the extra time. LYON have full vision through this jungle. Everybody watching, defending here. And they allow the Victor to get up to the turret plate for Saint here. So he arrives in time for the cannon, no problem.
Now Pun still trying to get away. Isles has shown up to see if there's an additional move to be made. The Arcane Storm is used. Isles going in, slows him down with a Hextech sweep. There's the ultimatum, and Pun gets blasted by the power siphon.
Talk about more money into Saint. Now BA wants to set up on Isles?
Yep,
nobody's there.
Used only on the Camille. Now BA is going to be interrupted as he tries to escape. Okay, that was not what BA wanted.
That was like damage from Berserker to set themselves up. And it should be fairly difficult for TSW to approach. They're looking for a flank right now, though, into the mid lane.
Yep, Inspired.
It's really hard to operate since they don't have a side lane.
Oh, Inspired. Isles and Saint going in here after D-Ray. Arcane Storm forces the flash out. Tempered Fate. Oh, no, he's locked up his own mid lane with a Gravity Field there. D-Ray staying alive, though. Mikhail's Crucible gets D-Ray out of danger.
BA saves the day this time. D-Ray is out, and LYON pick up the Drake on the other side of this game, which maybe gives TSW more time to work with. Isles caught, though.
Nice Tempered Fate. Isles could be in a little bit of danger here, but instead he gets himself away. Now teleport coming in. Everybody on TSW is here. LYON still looking to maybe find something. Chains of Corruption finds a target onto Pun. His toe wants to dive towards Saint, but he stays alive here with the Seeker's Arm Guard. Pun wants to get away over the wall, has to flash to do it. His toe trapped inside the Cataclysm, but no damage from LYON to follow it up. BA gets away with 200 HP. Everybody alive on both sides, but it's LYON with much better health bars.
Yeah, and they're gonna make the call to do it. They're gonna pull Baron here, so start leashing with Saint having his teleport back. Let's see about the contest. Is this where TSW pull out the miracle?
D-Ray trying to get out. Isles goes in here with the Hextech ultimatum yet again. D-Ray very low. Dokla grabs the kill. Now Pun's the next target. Again, looking for a way out. Leap strike back to his own teammate. Nice Cosmic Binding to buy a little bit of time. Pun goes on a magical journey, and LYON does not want to continue the chase. So just a 1-kill play for LYON. But again, Pun so gravely injured he cannot participate in another fight. There's no Sivir ulti. There's no Xin ulti. There's no Bard ulti. But there is Baron on the map, and LYON has it in their sights.
Yeah, and LYON have plenty of very threatening CC to turn off of the Baron. So Isles is going to stand watch here, as is Dokla, and the Baron should be secured quite easily for them. Let's see about, okay, so they actually send Saint all the way down to take care of the minion wave. Since they have absolutely zero pressure on their Baron, they can push out mid, rotate down towards bottom too. Do they want the, look at Isles is coming too. They have Hex Gates, so he's delaying on the Scuttle Crab. Saint trying to keep them here while the rest of them.
Okay, Tempered Fate has locked up both his toe and Saint. Isles coming in here with a hook shot, does stun up his toe. There's the laser to find the first kill. Now Inspired chasing after Pun. Nice Chains of Corruption to lock up the Jax with a piercing arrow over the wall. Berserker is on a rampage. D-Ray's gonna die next. Double kill for Berserker, and LYON will grab the...
to be able to join, and LYON are already inside the base. Flowers, this one, under 30 minutes here. They're already taking down the inhibitor. They have the Baron buff. Saint is going topside to push the topside as well, but the rest of LYON are going to keep up the siege.
Yeah, BA and Eddie are the only two alive for another 10 seconds, and BA is already down. Inspired gets out of the turret aggro in time before he dies. Dokla just keeping Eddie away. You're going to have his toe respawn now as Inspired takes his recall. Dokla with a 2-man Mega Gnar back into the Nexus. Isles ready to follow. Piercing arrow gets the kill. Berserker going godlike. LYON going all the way, and LYON are on match point.
And North America, but he had been having a bit of a rough tournament. and Pyke is really difficult to play well. So I'm much happier seeing the rail, a lot easier to execute, and it's also a very good combo with the Ziggs for kill combo on bottom side. But
Pun's job is to not fall behind in farm. As long as he's doing that, he's doing just fine. His toe down here in the bottom lane, looking for maybe a play onto Isles and Berserker. This 2v2 won't be that for long. BA locked up, but it's Isles who's in the most trouble. First blood for his toe as he jumps on in.
Drops his Gromp to make it happen.
Yup, there's the flash cocoon coming in from BA. It's buffered by Isles as he and Berserker have to try to continue their escape. The flash still available here. BA gonna take some damage. Berserker staying alive for now. Uses the satchel, tries to flash away. His toe underneath the turret, but he's stunned up. Isles with the deny as LYON turn the play around and they're looking for a little bit more. As the grubs are started, but none of those ugly little dudes are gonna die here just yet. Inspired and Berserker turning back into the pit now. His toe also around as the first grub is smited down by the Secret Whales jungler. The second one should be controlled here by Inspired and Dokla, and now with Inspired should still have the smite. D-Ray goes over the wall. They're looking to make some sort of a play, but no, the charm into the crash down. Out of the wall goes the enemy mid laner, but LYON hunt him down. D-Ray's first to die. Inspired with a flash back over the wall to safety. Pun makes his way into the fight, and Inspired has died. Isles with the flash, trying to stay alive. LYON falling back as Pun marches forward. Dokla separated from the rest of the team, but Decimating Smash will not tag him. It's a 1-for-1, but Team Secret Whales has control over the river. BA nearly completely out of mana. Isles at 100 HP. Dokla jumps in. His toe's already down. They're going to find a second. And he dies next. And BA falls too. Dokla's traded in return as Pun wants to kill into Isles, and he'll get that one. It is a bloodbath. The river. Still that one grub left alive up here in the topside river. We'll see who decides to care about that one. LYON with still shy of a 1,000 gold lead overall after that massive battle in the river. Vex ulti, not enough distance to find Dokla, so D-Ray gets nothing out of the roam.
Yeah, that one very short towards the roam over to the long lane, and Dokla here will be fine. So Vex attempt at a roam does nothing. Now returning to lane, Isles hovering behind. But there's a couple more seconds on Pun's ultimate. I think they're trying to see if there's any sort of bigger commitment here. Isles trying, but now he goes over, reveals himself.
Yep, he steps on top of the ward, wants the Shattering Strike, crash down though, and there's that ultimate that you were talking about. Critical, the Pun has that one as his toe, and Inspired gonna find one another here in the brush. Inspired dropping the ulti, he gets the fear through the call of the pack, and Inspired just solos down his toe. Now Pun's got no ultimate to try to get away, and Inspired's got a double kill.
Inspired, look at the timing on his spells from the very beginning. I hope that we get to see this again, because he is expecting this.
Yep.
He is, but he's not really by himself, because Nocturne can ultimate and Saint can roam in as well.
Okay, Isles jumping in, looking to make the play here on that enemy jungler, and Dokla with the accelerated shock blast over the wall finishes the job. BA damage onto the turret, and even with only one grub, LYON will be able to secure first turret of the game for themselves, and they're not even being pressured elsewhere on the map. Look at the other lanes.
Semifinals on the horizon, and honestly, it looks very close, Flowers. that horizon is getting closer and closer and closer with the gold lead. Of course, the Dragon is picked up by TSW, and they do get the compensation on the other side of the map, but Dokla continuing to push.
Yeah, he gets hit by the ulti plus the full charge Decimating Smash. Pun slams him with the entire combo as Dokla has his teleport interrupted. Pun with a nice move, now putting the pressure onto Big Dokes. Flashes over the wall to chase him. Dokla forced to flash in response. Eddie chases in. He wants the kill onto Dokla. He doesn't have the vision here just yet for the ace in the hole. Mega Inferno Bomb comes in, but it's Eddie getting the shot.
Let's see if TSW can cook with that.
Exactly, critically recovering that gold lead down from what was like 3,500 back to just a little bit over 2K.
Sure, and they're hoping they were able to get something, but in the end, it's very costly.
Yeah, not quite there, and it just means that instead it's their tier 1 turret falling in the bottom lane as Saint was just pushing up without being answered. And remember, when Ziggs is on the team, turrets are not what they normally are. The satchel makes it so easy to just knock these structures over. So Berserker's
makes you second guess a little bit. It can make it hard to follow up on the kills, and when he is in range.
Yep, here's that vision denial that you're talking about. The whole map goes dark. In the jungle. Really, the one who might have a chance to carry here for Team Secret Whales is Eddie on the Caitlyn. He's trying to farm what he can in mid lane, but they've already knocked down the tier 2 turret. Saint goes in, tries to find an angle there onto that Caitlyn, won't quite get it, but the Herald nearly takes 3 plates off of the tier 3 turret.
Flank from Sion here.
Okay, Pun trying to cut off the escape route. Inspired's gonna get locked up here at the very start. Decimating Smash, flash away, coming out from the Nocturne as D-Ray jumps into the back line, and Inspired's gonna be shut down. His toe going in for a second. Berserker goes over the wall with a flash in from Pun. Team Secret Whales are gonna find 2. Shut down for the Scion.
And uses Spell Shield so early that the follow-up there, the dive from the Nefiri and Vex combination that we've been looking for, does find its kill. With the Vex Nefiri combo playing off of an Elise Cocoon that could be deadly, but they turn it.
Yep, immediately Inspired goes in, he attaches the Fear Tether to his toe, and the Mega Inferno Bomb goes nuclear. His toe is out of there. 35 seconds on the death timer. Meanwhile, Berserker doing what Ziggs does, plants a satchel on the turret, takes that one out there in the top side. Dokla jumping back in after Pun here in the mid lane, has that Serpent's Fang, the shield on the Scion, that Soul Furnace, not effective as it should be, but a nice counter punch coming in from Team Secret Whales. They punish Full HP and full teleport shield. Pun is at maximum power here. Remember, if Team Secret Whales gets this, they are going to go to Soul Point here with the Drake stacking. Nice trap line being established by Eddie. It makes it very difficult for LYON to try to fight this objective, but the Whales know they're still 5,000 gold behind, so they've got to be careful, even if they have a good battlefield drawn up for themselves. Pun here, just trying to zone everybody else away. The DPS of the Drake is very slow. Team Secret Whales don't want to get ahead of themselves with this. Decimating Smash hits only Isles. LYON stepping up now, seeing the Drake down below half HP. Inspired gonna go ahead, pop the Paranoia. Pun trying to charge into the back line, but the Infernal Drake is already secured by Inspired. Team Secret Whales, their battle lines completely shatter. They lose the objective, and Pun is left to pay the price.
And look, even pro teams go split directions during they're looking for those full send opportunities. You know, they're trying swing and a miss, but they look for a side lane, they send multiple people.
To like the exact same trajectory as game number 1, which already ended multiple minutes ago. Game number 2, of course, having that bigger spike, as now immediately they try to go in with D-Ray, but he dies as he tries, and the rest of the team from Secret Whales at least gets Inspired in trade. The Orb of Deception will not find BA on the return, but LYON is still looking for more. Pun is chunk low. Snake goes in with a beautiful Drum and Eddie! Mega Inferno Bomb will burn the remains of Team Secret Whales! Saint with the massive catch on the Caitlyn.
Yo, Saint, that was beautiful follow-up. They are not letting Team Secret Whales out of that fight. LYON are gonna go straight through the front door.
And they will kick that thing in. LYON making their way through the inhibitor. It's still 15 seconds before D-Ray is back alive. BA and his toe trying to defend here in a 2v4, but the Nexus turrets are already falling. BA with the repel trying to escape. His toe already below half HP. LYON have made their way on the Nexus. LYON will clean sweep Team Secret Whales, and for the first time in 4 years, North America makes top 4 internationally.